What is up, UConn Nation? Thank you for tuning in to UC Sports. We have a very special episode for you tonight, our senior edition of the show. Now, this is my brother and co-anchor, Hezekiah Johnson, and I'm Kyle Berry.
Kyle Berry.
You probably don't recognize me. I've been producing and directing the show over the last 2 years, so I've been right back there in the control room working the TriCaster, but I'm finally taking my talents on camera for the last show of our UCTV careers.
About time. I have been begging him to join me on the air for 2 years. I've only been here for 2 years. That's not the point.
No.
I'm really going to cry, but we have to get through the show.
We got to get through this show. This is very important, very special. You know what, Hez? Let's not wait any longer. I'm fired up. I know you're fired up. I know they're fired up. Let's get to it. UC Sports starts right now.
This is really a sad moment in history. It is my last time doing a show for UCTV. It's been quite the journey. I came to UConn 2 years ago after graduating my associate's degree from MVCC, a community college in Waterbury. I came here with the purpose to make an impact somewhere on campus. I immediately found a home with UCTV and made some incredible content here with my brother Kyle. I couldn't wait to get on air even though my presence was very, very awkward. Stores Nation became a great place of mine to just get everything about sports out and really be myself. I could talk about sports for hours, and I don't mind stating my opinion, which are facts. UCTV has brought me to some amazing places, Orlando, Nashville, Philly, and Tampa, just to name a few. I'm really going to miss this. What I'm going to miss the most will be reporting for women's basketball. I am so excited to see what they are going to do with Katie Lou and Nafisa Collier gone due to the draft. Congratulations to both future Hall of Fame Huskies. Their reigns are now over and in the hands of Crystal Dangerfield. She has a big gap to fill, but I think she can do it with the help from Megan Walker and Kristen Williams. Kristen will be a different player next season, and with the growth of Olivia Nelson-Adota, do not be surprised if the Huskies are in the Final Four again.
Yeah, don't be surprised at all. And anyone who knows me knows that I've been bleeding blue for my entire life. I've been going to the Excel Center and Gamble Pavilion since I was a little kid, most notably meeting the Maya Moore-led women's team, shedding a tear in Gamble on Kemba's senior day, and taking, by far, one of the most awkward, painfully awkward photos of all time with Jim Calhoun after the 2011 parade. I stared at that man. I could not stop. I looked like a fool. I wanted to attend an engineering school out of high school, but ultimately I ended up at UConn, and I wouldn't change that for the world. Looking back after my 4 years here, especially thanks to UCTV, I got the chance to film so many incredible games over the last 4 years and reported my first ever game when the men's basketball team played Sacred Heart at the Excel Center. Make fun of myself a little more, here is a quick look at my baby-faced, incredibly awkward first time on camera. UConn Huskies improved to 6-2 after defeating in-state rival Sacred Heart by a final score of 82-49. Although the Huskies started both halves cold, failing to score for over 3.5 minutes, and didn't lead until there were 4.5 minutes in the first half, they got hot behind Daniel Hamilton's double-double and didn't look back. Hamilton gave the Huskies 14 points, 13 rebounds, and 7 assists. Although the Huskies started cold, they got red hot under the basket, and they forced turnovers and blocked Sacred Heart under the rim. Even though the Huskies had lulls to start both halves, Coach Kevin Ollie acknowledged that was an area to work on.
Can't explain it. Like I said, effort is isolated, and effort is between you and there's nobody else involved. So it's just passion, and like I said, I just went to the bench and, took them guys out, put some guys in, and we finally found a combination, and then we got it going. But we can't keep doing that against great teams that we're going to be facing.
That's who we are. Like, we pride ourselves off our defense. If we're not playing defense, then our offense is going to be sluggish, you know. So once we get out and start getting stops and communicating and shuffling it on defense, I mean, our offense is going to come because we're a great transition team.
The Huskies now have 5 days to prepare for what is arguably their toughest opponent yet, Maryland, when they face them in the Jimmy V Classic at Madison Square Garden on December 8th. Reporting from the XL Center, this is Kyle Berry with UC Sports. Now, I'll end my reminiscing here and take some time to look forward. I was lucky enough to experience a women's national championship during my freshman year here, as well as their 3 other Final Four runs, including covering this year's Final Four from Tampa. The recruiting may have been tough for this upcoming season than usual, but Gino has already gotten some incredible athletes for next season, the season after, and this team will continue to succeed as they have in the past. Now on the men's side, I am so fired up to see what Coach Hurley and his team can do in the coming years. Now, I didn't have some of the best seasons of men's basketball while I was here, some of the stuff I was expecting, but I was excited about the season and the passion and the energy that Hurley brought back to Storrs. Now, I remember staying up late in my dorm on TweetDeck with literally any keyword I could think of.
Wow.
And it was the night he was announced he was coming to UConn. Now, I'll never forget him taking a charge from Tyler Polley. His incredible moment with Jalen Adams at MSG, stone cold, and how he talked all season long about whether he and his team were upholding the pride and tradition of UConn basketball. That really stuck with me. Now, I may not be a student next year, but I'm incredibly excited about the future of both men's and women's basketball, and I'm definitely making trips to XL and Gamble. This is the basketball capital of the world, and it will not be long until the men are back to winning in March and getting back in the conversation in blue blood programs. This is a school with 11 women's banners and 4 men's banners, and they should be in that conversation. Now, we've got to take a quick commercial break, but we'll be back with 2 more incredible seniors on the other side. Stay tuned.
Hey everyone, welcome back to this unconventional Seniors Reminisce We Feel Way Too Old final edition of UC Sports. I'm Ryan Kim, and you've probably seen me around these past 4 years. And if you haven't, well, I was probably behind that camera or I was reporting the news. Anyway, UCTV Sports is a wonderful team, and I'm not ready to let that go just yet. This time, I'm glad to be joined by my friend since day one, Tama Moni, making her first and only appearance on UC Sports tonight. Welcome.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I'm really excited to be here and join the UC Sports crew. I know I'm not usually, I'm usually with news. I'm very serious, but sports has a very special place in my heart, especially being at UConn these past 4 years and getting to experience one of the best college sports teams in the country. I mean, I knew from the moment I applied to college and went to UConn, like, I'd totally be coming here for sports. So I couldn't help but report on a game before I left UConn with my best bud Ryan, nonetheless. My first, but certainly not last sporting event coverage. Excited. So the first game I did was, and the only game I did really, was reporting the UConn women's hockey team, their senior night game, and it was amazing. I mean, I really appreciate the physical and quick pace of the game so much that it's made me a hockey fan for life. I'm from New Jersey, so I'm going to be going to a bunch of Devils games this fall, so that'd be great. I'm glad to have learned a lot of different things, being in the sports department and surrounded by so many awesome members at UCTV.
Well, first, I'd like to personally shout out to Kyle and the crew for a fantastic job. Well done these past few years. And, he may have beat me out for that director's role 2 years ago, but honestly, it was probably for the better because, let's face it, I couldn't live up to what he's done for this department anyhow. But kudos to you, Kyle. It's been a pleasure working with you. And for the past year and a half, I was your boss too, but hey. And as most of you know, I'm from a small suburban town north of Philadelphia, and somehow I ventured out to UConn, set on a journalism path. And I get the question all the time of, how did you end up here all the time? And, to make the long story short, UConn is where my heart always was and always will be because of my love for sports. From day one of the college search until that first day on campus, I've told my family and friends that one day I'd end up at UConn to achieve my goals. And I'd be lying if I said sports wasn't a big factor. I was set on going to the basketball capital of the world, land of Gino Auriemma, and the blue blood fight that is UConn. National television and the student camaraderie behind all the student athletes just wanted that experience. The dream was to be a sports broadcaster, and instantly I found UCTV and I never looked back, pursuing all the opportunities from exhibition hockey, football travels, tournaments, and basketball, plenty more. Thank you to all of you people who have supported and fueled this journey that is UCTV. All right, enough about me. Men's and women's basketball has given me some of the greatest experiences of my time here, but Kyle's already got that one covered, so let's look ahead to UConn soccer. Soccer is admittedly not my first sport of choice to play, but covering it somehow became to be. And I couldn't be more thrilled about that. Women's soccer gave me the first chance to report on a championship when they brought back the AAC title in 2016. Although the following seasons would fall on tough times, it was a transitional phase, and each match was a tough fight to the finish. I know Coach Margaret Rodriguez will have a successful sophomore season next year with her squad and a year under her belt. The young team showed so much potential, but the youth and inexperience ultimately was too much to overcome. I almost wish I had the chance to cover this team next year, just a little, in what I'm expecting to be a great comeback. Led by leading scorer Sophia DK and a more established core, the team is well on their way to being back on top of their game. The only thing left is to find a home for 2019 as Joseph J. Maroney Stadium is being reconstructed to the Rizza Family Sports Complex. And on the men's sideline, it was an exciting comeback for Ray Reid's team. Each game had the Goal Patrol riled up and fans fired up for the whole 90 minutes leading up to the NCAA tournament hosted by UConn in that first round. They'd fall to Indiana in the second round, but the 12-6-2 finish was a great foreshadowing for the future. Despite losing superstar Abdou Bakijam, the coming years are bright for men's soccer after successful recruiting and transfer trail. Reid will have the scoring prowess of transfer Jordan Hall, who came from Rutgers. He was honored as a first-team All-Big Ten and All-Big Ten Conference tournament member. Hall will bring with him to Stores a 30-point year with 14 goals and 2 assists last year. Now, I won't forget all the memorable times capturing Bakijam's talent and having Coach Reid on the sidelines doing what he's done best for the past over 20 years. Stores soccer is a special place. I almost wish I had more time at the Goal Patrol rather than on the sidelines, but hey, maybe I'll make the drive to return every so often. Soccer is in good hands regardless in Stores if they won't be back on campus until 2020 or not. Stick with us, we'll have another commercial break, but when we return, we'll have all the seniors join in to sign off.
And welcome back to UC Sports. As you can see, we have all of our seniors up here for one last time. I want to give everyone the chance to say a few words about their favorite memory, thoughts on UCTV, or anything they had in mind. Tama, you're up first.
All right, thanks, Kyle. Wow, okay, there's so many. I mean, you guys have become like a second family to me. I mean, I never thought I'd actually end up in sports and like chilling with y'all. I do the like serious stuff, you know, with news, but it's okay. I would say for sports, shadowing Ryan at the men's basketball game against Houston at the XL Center was probably my biggest high. I mean, those Houston players are tall, I mean, huge guys. And also just getting to see all the other like media people from all the other media companies, it made me feel like, okay, like I could possibly do this career in the future. So that was really cool. I can't wait to get into that field. Bleacher Report, you know, call me. But yeah, like I'm really gonna miss you guys. So
Oh, I think it's Ryan.
no,
It's me.
it is you.
Yeah, thanks, Kyle, again, of course. Like I said before in my little whole spiel, appreciate the hard work you've done. I came into UCTV all alone my first week at UConn, just me thinking I'm going to come in here, chase my dreams, and, I never would have imagined how it came to be. I'm going to be leaving with so much more than just knowledge and career experience. It's going to be, I'm leaving with a family of creative individuals who made my long days and long nights completely worth it. And we've had plenty of them. UCTV, it's come to be my second home, and just the passion of exploring news and sports. It wasn't work. It was essentially my entire social life. But I'm okay with that, because without UCTV and the people here that have helped me to become who I am along the way, my UConn experience would not be what it came to be. It just started as a passion for storytelling. That brought me to journalism. And then UCTV afforded me the opportunity, the experience, and the hope to do exactly that, to carry it on. And the hard work I put into UCTV helped me work up to become productions manager, working all the way up, and still while actively gathering those points. Because we have points. UCTV Sports and News will be the highlights of UConn for sure. And again, I just want to thank everyone, new and old, who made that a possibility. And looking back, I will say this is one family I will always be behind 100%. And as for my favorite memory, that one's easy. It was easily experiencing that Jalen Adams three-quarter court shot in Orlando with Justin Ayer. Shout out Justin in Tulsa.
Yeah, tough.
And that's for sure my best experience I'm going to take from being on a court at UCTV.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yes, it is.
First, honestly, I just want to thank God for even coming to UConn. These 2 years it flew by, but it started with the dream. I always wanted to report. I always loved watching Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp on TV. I was wondering if I could ever imitate that, but I guess I put my own little style on it. I watched Kyle, believe it or not, when he had a cast when UCTV was on YouTube, and it inspired me to actually get involved and actually do it. And they've accepted me really fast, so I appreciate you guys for that. I really do. This is sad. My greatest memory will probably be when the UConn women's basketball team I forgot who they dismantled, but they broke every single NCAA record in the tournament last year. Wow, this is sad. Yeah. Well, without UCTV, I wouldn't be able to say that I have an internship at ESPN starting in June, which I'm happy about. So yeah, that's that.
Thank you. So Ryan has been my boss for a little while now, so I'm his boss, he's my boss. But the time I've had at UConn has been some of the best of my life. I found out about UCTV from now graduated Brandon Carney tweeting about it while I was still in high school. I slid into his DMs and joined the first week while I was at UConn. Eventually became his boss, so that was my joke. I was able to learn and grow under Anthony Aidenitis and Anthony DiBernardo, Anthony Squared, on my way to becoming sports director for the last 2 years. I couldn't have done it without all the incredible people who have helped me along the way, including everyone up here, everyone back here, and everyone who has graduated thus far. I'm really going to miss UCTV, the people, and the opportunities. I don't think I would have enjoyed my time here as a computer science major nearly as much without having found UCTV and my passion that I'm pursuing a career in now. We won 4 of the 6 Proman Cups, helped athletes tell their stories, and helped each other through some really tough times personally, all continuing the tradition that UCTV Sports is a team and a family. I don't know where I'd be in my life without UCTV, but it certainly wouldn't have been the amazing college experience that was a part of it. Well, I hate to say it, but that's all we have for you tonight and this whole year, everyone. Thank you for watching us and supporting us over the last 4 years. The hard work and dedication was all put to put the best show on and the best content out there for you, the viewers. So, for all of my seniors and the whole team behind the scenes, thank you for everything. Ryan Panny and his team will have this organization in good hands for at least the next 2 years. So, to everybody watching, Have a great night. And to the rest of our incredibly talented team that isn't graduating, they'll see you with even better content next year. Good night and go Huskies. Bleed blue.